Hi, ladies and dudes. This is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, a.k.a. Ben 1970. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, my friends, it's that time again for another top 10 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 10 list I'm going to tell you about today is I'm going to tell you a great top 10 list that nobody has never done before. And this top 10 list I want to do is my top 10 best fun facts that you didn't know about my taken made up character named Benjamin Williams, aka Ben. If you remember a couple of my videos here and there, I did tell you about my taken made up character Benjamin Williams, aka Ben. After all, he is the master of Brian Mills, and he's a good friend, brother, and master figure to Brian Mills, and he cares about the Mills family a lot, sometimes, well, it's been a while. I did watch a few videos here or there that features Benjamin Williams, but it's really hard for me to remember. I did explain to you about him in my top 5 list, or my quick videos, well, you name it, but there's some other things I haven't told you about Benjamin Williams, my taken made up character, the character I decided to create for Alan Rickman. And I worked so hard to, write down a few things here or there about what kind of facts that you want to learn about my taken made up character. It's really hard for me to say, but this is going to be my most toughest top 10 list I will do so far. But I'll do the best I can to tell you guys about what other facts that you don't know about Benjamin Williams, my taken made up character. And I hope that Alan Rickman is up there in heaven watching this video right now, and I'm sure he'll be pleased if he was still alive. So I'll do the best I can. I'm gonna do it in a 2-part event. So anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are my top 10 best fun facts that you didn't know about my taken made up character named Benjamin Williams, aka Ben. So here we go. And like I said, it's going to be in a 2-part event. So I'll do the best I can about explaining to you guys what kind of fun facts you didn't know about this really awesome character who's going to be epic and extreme at the same time. So let's get started. Coming at number 10 is Ben became the first taken character who had unlocked his powers, a particular set of skills, and he had unlocked his powers at the age of 10. Now here's a really cool fun fact that nobody had never seen or heard before is when Benjamin Williams was young, when he was 10 years old, this is one of the most tragic days that he'll never forget in his whole entire life, where all of his members of his William family got killed by a group of assassins, and they all attacked them at that big giant mansion of theirs. Since Benjamin Williams was once born into a rich family, and he doesn't care about the rich world so much, but all he cares about is going to an unknown life that he had never discovered before, and all that stuff. So yeah, all of his family members did get killed by a group of assassins. Those assassins had killed them one by one, and until there's no family members left standing. But sadly, Benjamin Williams became the last member of the Williams family, becoming the last one standing. And Benjamin Williams got really upset to see his family members dying right in front of his own eyes. Even his own father, Bill Williams. Bill Williams had tried so hard to take care of them one by one, but sadly, those assassins got into him and they killed him. And that really did break Benjamin Williams' heart, because he really loves his dad so much. And he just cannot live without his one special person that he cared about the most. Since he died, this is where his particular set of skills got kicked in. He gotten stronger, and he knows how to disappear himself in from the distance, and he learns to hold a gun. And Benjamin Williams had killed off all these assassins one by one, until there's no assassin to be found who will be left alive and all that stuff. So yeah, for number 10, that was a really sad chapter in Benjamin Williams' life. He lost his family, and his particular set of skills had kicked in. He became stronger and better than ever, but sadly, this is the time where his innocence was lost, and he'll never become his old self ever again. You know, as an innocent child and all that stuff. So I decided to put that moment at number 10. Coming at number 9, this is a really, really hard one to do. I can't think of what I want to say about the number 9 spot of a really cool fun fact that nobody had never heard of before is Benjamin Williams cannot trust liars at all. And this is a really interesting moment is, you know, for all these years when Benjamin Williams started to learn about his powers, a particular set of skills, or what he wants to sense, or what kind of moves that he'll do from his own body and train his heart and soul. You know, what's he gonna do with his particular set of skill, power, and all that stuff. There was one time that he began to send some people here and there who are not very trustworthy. Yeah, from all of his life, Benjamin Williams cannot trust anybody or anyone. You know, so many people who are freaking bad. He really hates bad people for all of his life, like murderers and criminals and assassins. He doesn't like politics. He hates the government, and he hates rich people. Yeah, since he was once a rich person himself, but he doesn't care about money so much, but he loves freedom way more. He hates rich people with a burning passion, and he always have a really fishy feeling about what kind of those rich people, what kind of people that they really are and all that stuff. He just hates liars. He just can't stand them. He'd rather get rid of them once and for all. And yeah, back in his past, he did kill so many people who are nothing but liars. You know, he shooting them with a gun, back and stabbing them with a knife and all that stuff. He just want to get rid of those liars once and for all. He just don't like liars. What else I could say? So that's a really difficult one for the number 9 spot. Is Benjamin Williams hates liars. He doesn't like them just one bit. So let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is Ben and Lily's most happy, secretly married relationship. Oh yeah, I never told you about that Benjamin Williams has a secretly married relationship with someone, and he did fall in love with this woman very much, and they've been married for over 30 something years ago. And it's really hard for me to pick a name for Benjamin Williams's wife. So my main guess for her name, I go with Lily. I think Lily is a perfect name for the wife of Benjamin Williams. And I made a guess of what kind of person that she really is. She's known as the fortune teller. You know, she likes to read people's fortunes by the palm of their hands. And there was one time back at their youth for Ben and Lily. Ben and Lily first met around the streets, and she began to know who and what Benjamin Williams is. when she reads the palm of his hand, and she began to know that Benjamin Williams's hands is all covered up in blood. She already found out the truth who Ben really is. A very unknown assassin that came out of nowhere in London, England. But later on, they began to fall in love. They care about each other, and they had a son together. And this is where Benjamin Williams's life had changed forever. And the reason why they have to keep their marriage a secret, Lily doesn't want to tell her friends, her loved ones, and all that stuff that she fell in love with this unknown assassin that came out of nowhere, who's not really a bad guy at all, but he's just misunderstood. He's sad and tragic, lonely, and all he wants is love. And find somebody that he could trust. That's all I could say about that part. So Ben and Lily's most secretly marriage relationship deserves to be at number 8. Coming at number 7, this is a really, really excellent part of the list, is that the only true weapon that Benjamin Williams can trust in his life is his one and only British sword that has the secret symbol Big Ben at the bottom of his own blade. Oh yeah, Benjamin Williams loves his sword very much. This is the only trustworthy weapon that he wants to use for the rest of his life. And he had that sword in his 30s. I mean, Benjamin Williams loves swords. He's crazy about swords. He really wants to have a sword of his own for his own future. And he wants to use his sword to protect lives. And that's what he did. He used a sword to protect lives. He doesn't want to carry a gun no more, since guns do kill people. And he feels his own regrets of using a gun for killing people. He doesn't want to use a gun anymore, so he'd rather use a sword instead. So, a sword that's good, it's pure, it's made out of pure silver, and it is a British sword after all. And all he wants is a sword that has the symbol Big Ben and all that stuff. So that interesting part deserves to be at number 7. And coming at number 6, and here's a good surprise fun fact that nobody had never noticed about Benjamin Williams, that number 6 is his favorite number. He loves number 6 to death. He's crazy about number 6. And this is the reason why number 6 is his most favorite number of all. So for number 6 is Benjamin Williams only cares about 6 people and 6 people only. This is a really fun, interesting part of the list, is that Benjamin Williams only has 6 people that he only cares about in his life. And those 6 people are, he loves his father, Bill Williams, his master, mentor, and best friend, and also a second father figure named Mr. Wilkinson, his lovely, beautiful, red-headed wife named Lily. Well, since they're secretly married, he loves his son Henry, his faithful son, who's very kind and caring, but I think he has the kindness of his mother's side of the family and some toughness of his father. And most of all, he cares about his 2 extended family members, his little brother and sister, and surprisingly, he does care about Brian Mills and Lenny Mills. So those are the 6 most important people that he ever cared about in his life. Just his father, his second father, his wife, his son, and his extended little brother and sister. Those 6 people that he wants to protect and love for the rest of his life. And then later on in his life, Benjamin Williams cared about his 7th most important person of his life, and that is Brian Lenny's daughter, Kim. because Benjamin Williams felt bad for not knowing Kim for all these years, and that's where the later on storyline of Taken 3 should took place, where Ben and Kim will start to get to know each other, and having a niece, an uncle and niece relationship, and that's one of the things I want to add in the retelling story of Take It 3. So that's the end of part one of my best fun facts about Benjamin Williams, and I'll come back for part two. So please don't go away.